pick at number 17 just came in, and they have drafted Jalen Hood Schifino. Now, a lot of people really wanted Cam Whitmore. I actually kind of wanted Cam Whitmore. I don't mind Schifino. I think Schifino is great, and we'll dive into him in a moment here. But Cam Whitmore was a guy that was projected to be top 5 to top 10. His medical must be that bad. I mean, this guy is fallen like late. Somebody's going to end up taking a flyer on him. I'm curious to see who that is and what they end up doing there. But as far as Jalen, they get a guy that's, 6'6", multi-talented, can play multiple positions. One thing I want everyone to keep in mind before we dive into kind of like the ins and outs of Jalen is the Lakers could still very well trade this pick. So don't get too attached. Don't get too excited of Jalen if he's somebody that you're excited for or looking forward to see how he develops and how he becomes, because the Lakers had to draft, right? They couldn't trade this pick prior. Now, something could have broken before, but the Lakers had to pick somebody up and then trade. So maybe they did want Whitmore. Maybe they did want somebody else. Maybe they had somebody in mind, but they're working out a trade. That clock took a long time, a very long time. Don't be surprised if at some point while you're watching this video, or maybe it's already happened, where the Lakers have traded back or traded for another player and Jalen was selected for that team. Because again, they have to trade after. But diving into Jalen, he's, point guard, shooting guard. He can handle the ball a bit. Got good size at 6'6", 215 pounds. Averaged just under 14 points, 13.5 points on 42% from the field. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Could be quality combo guard for the Lakers. He shot 33.5% from 3, 78% from the free throw line. So the 3-point shooting isn't great, but usually when you see a guy shooting free throws in like the high 70s to 80s, it's usually a good sign that they're going to translate well to shooting. He doesn't have a terrible shot. Good defensive guy. This is a guy that many people wanted the Lakers to draft. This is a guy that many draft boards had the Lakers taking. And so it makes sense now that they would go and acquire him. Again, don't fall in love with the pick. It is very, very possible that this ends up getting traded and goes elsewhere. But he is a guy that I think could come in and provide some just quality rotation minutes. If the Lakers do end up keeping him, he's probably not going to play a ton, if I'm being honest. He's a guy that they'll probably have kind of use as like a young core for the future with him, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, Rui Hachimura, kind of start rounding out this young talent. Again, if the Lakers end up keeping Jalen. Now, there is still a lot of talks about connections and ties to the Lakers. We even heard of like Suggs. Suggs was like heavily rumored. And you saw Orlando take like 15 guards already in this draft. I hope that we're not just trading for Suggs. I don't mind Suggs, but I hope we're getting something else if that ends up developing. Obviously, Buddy Hield and Miles Turner is something that's heavily rumored and speculated. So it'll be interesting to see in the coming days how this shapes up and see if maybe even today at some point we end up finding out that he gets traded. If he does stay with the team, then I fully trust the Lakers to make the right decision in this draft. I know a lot of people, because I've seen a lot of people wanted different guys, had hopes for X, Y, and Z players, but the Lakers draft department has been A1. The draft department has been one of the best that there is. Their development, all of that stuff, right? Their scouting department is fantastic. And so if they went and drafted Jalen, then I fully trust that the Lakers know what they're doing with this pick. Right? I trust that the Lakers did their due diligence, did the proper evaluations, did everything that was necessary in order to make sure that this was the right move, the right trade. Not just that, who knows what else is happening, right? Maybe the Lakers are keeping this pick and they're making moves for something else, right? Maybe D'Lo's being traded or something like that. And now it makes sense why they ended up getting a sort of combo guard, right? So again, don't get too high, don't get too low. Once we get through this whole process and free agency and everything like that. If he's still on the roster, then we'll really dive into him and get pumped and excited and kind of break down what he can maybe bring to the table. But as of right now, I don't want people to be like, oh, that's it. Like, if you're somebody that loves Jalen and you're like, man, we got a steal, we got a guy, this is great. The Lakers couldn't miss at 17. The way that this draft shaped up, there was literally 3, 4, 5 guys that the Lakers could have easily drafted, and there was an argument for all of them, right? 20-year-old kid who can do multiple things, play multiple positions, has good switchability, solid defense, comes from a pedigree level college and university, so you know that he's going to be just well-behaved. He's not going to have any drama. He's not going to have any nonsense. He's going to come in. He's going to conduct himself as a professional. He's going to be a guy that can come in and play for the Lakers and maybe even give some solid quality minutes. That would be ideal if that could happen. But, I like the pick. I don't want to get too high on it. I almost am like a little reluctant to like really kind of be like, oh, this is it, this is that, just because I really think the Lakers might still pull out some type of trade. But I'm sure a lot of people are going to be watching this video and go, oh, see, I told you the Lakers weren't going to make any trade, this, that, and the other. Again, the Lakers had to make the pick. They had to. So they could already be working on a deal. They could have drafted this guy for somebody else, and they're just finalizing things, right? Or they could have, this is a guy that's generalized, perceived as good. We also like him. So if a trade doesn't end up happening, we got a quality guy that we can keep, grow, develop, right? It's a win-win for the Lakers. If the Lakers find a deal that makes sense, I'm sure that they will move him. If they find something, if they don't find something, then I'm sure that they will keep him. Again, I think that this is a real win-win for the Lakers, and I'm curious to see how everything will shape up. I'm curious to see what the end result will be. Because again, like that clock took a very long time for something like that. So either there was nothing that they really liked, or they're still trying to work out and finalize a deal. And they have teams that are interested in this as a pick, in Jalen as a pick, and that could be something that they look forward to. But I trust the Lakers scouting department. I trust that they did their due diligence and they know what they are doing and they know what this kid is going to bring for this team. He's got good handles. He's good finisher. He can shoot the ball. He can pass. He can do a little bit of everything, right? This is a guy that is a legit combo guard, switchable defender, can do multiple things for the Lakers. So he's, of course, with his flaws. I mean, 1, he's a 17th pick. 2, he's a guy that is going to be a rookie. So he's going to be a little raw, needs to work on his shooting. Definitely is probably the biggest thing. Again, he's got decent form, could work on the form a little bit, but decent form, and he is a good free throw shooter, which is a good sign, right? But I really do trust the Lakers, right? I like this pick. I've touched on him briefly here and there and talked about how, hey, this could be something that makes sense. And I think that this still is something that could make sense. And we will see how this plays out. Again, just want to stress, don't fall in love with this pick. If we end up keeping him, I'm all for it. I love it. I would personally like to see a trade. I would like to see something to kind of push our chips to the table, but time will tell. We'll find out and we'll see what the end result is. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. What do you think of the pick? What do you think of Jalen? Are you pumped for him? Do you like him? Do you not? Do you hope that they still trade him? Do you think that that they will trade him? Do you like him as a combo guard? Do you think that he will end up being maybe they keep him and trade, like I said, a D'Lo or something like that? Because again, 6'6", got good size. He has some switchability and good length, all of that stuff. Good strong finisher, can run the pick and roll, can handle the ball, and needs some work, but I like the pick. I really do. And like I said, the Lakers can't really miss at 17. I like where we're at. But whatever you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comment section. Do you love the pick, hate the pick? Somewhere in between. Good, bad, ugly. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know.